Votamos Más is a think tank dedicated exclusively to promoting and defending the Latino vote in Spain. She seeks to study the impact of this community in social, economic, political, and cultural levels and press the government to increase the number of agreements with Latin American countries to allow more people to vote in Spain. We have Esmirna Mosquera from Colombia. She's part of a public-private partnership that seeks to promote access to economic opportunities for vulnerable populations and victims of the armed conflict in Colombia. Her project enhances vulnerable workforce employability in targeted urban areas and further facilitates job placement by engendering an enabling environment in the private sector through workplace diversity policies. We also have Gustavo Roman from the Dominican Republic. His project is the Fire Tree Foundation, which acts as a link, taking advantage of the high level of education and social network of medium and high class Dominicans to raise the academic profile of young Dominicans from underprivileged communities through education and development. Thank you very much. And now we're going on with our next presentation. We have Santiago Hernandez from Colombia.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you very much for being here. And the first thing that I want to talk to you about is how happy I am to be here at the Georgetown University. You will ask why. Well, it happens that I'm a musician. And as far as I've been heard, I am the first musician to be here in this program. And it's really exciting because it has been a really long way until I'm being able to be here in front of you. I studied in a rural area of Colombia in a place called Chiquinquirá, in a really bad public school. I took the decision to study music and I have a lovely family that helped me to do it. So my grandparents, my uncles, my aunt, they all helped me a lot. So we invested 5 years of my life and a lot of resources from everyone to finish my career. And when I succeeded, when I at least finished this career, I went out to the real world and found out that everything was not as the university said. Happened to you? Yes. Okay, that's it. But we have a problem with the musicians because, well, and all the artists, because we're not taught about a lot of things that are really necessary for our lives. So I spent 3 years trying to develop entrepreneurship that failed, an artistic project that also failed, and I got engaged with an enterprise called Fundación Bolívar de Vivienda that is empowering a lot of incredible projects back there and have helped me to understand and to imagine new ways to help society. But you know, artists, like I just told you, is not like just another profession, because an artist has to be a lawyer, because we need to know how to make a contract, or at least how to make reports for the social security system of our country. We also need to be economists because we need to understand what are the taxes that are going to be applied for what we do over there. We need to be communicators because we have to tell everyone what we're doing, and not just communicators, but also marketing professionals, because we have to engage people to go to the places or to go to our shows or to go to expositions back there. So there's a lot of things for an artist to do if he wants to have a sustainable way of life, right? Well, that is why I want to do this. This is called Art Sync. And what we want to do is to develop skills and provide tools for the emerging artists. These practical skills that I'm talking to you, that in a really practical way, taking by example successful cases that have been out here in the world. So what I want to do to overcome this and bring that to the musicians and to the artists and the photographers and the theaters and the dancers, it's what I call boot camps. These will be a 1 and 2 days programs where we will give these practical skills in entrepreneurship, in marketing, in the legal advice that we all need, in budget expertise, in personnel management, and the social security issues that we have to face once we are out of the university. Also, in the second line, we're going to foster the projects that are being part of our scene. How? We're going to offer the guidance and help and exposition of what they're doing by social media, and mailing, and some printing materials in order to let them show to the world what they're going to do. And the good thing is that we want to make a little bit of a sustainable project. That's why we will try to reach the universities. We have been in talks with the University Javeriana back there in Colombia to have them as our main clients. Because art students will be really interested in being part of it, but they won't have the money in their pocket to pay for it. So the universities will have a fee for every student that is enrolled, and as our second potential customers, people that are already left the university will be a part of the program by paying a small fee by itself. And we want to do something that is really important. Nobody ever has made anything alone. That is why we need to create community. We need to create a community of artists, and the way to do it is to give some spaces to have meetings, showcases of the different things that our participants are doing, have professional contacts, and an exposition to the real world. Over there, we're going to have some income also that will be for the sponsor of the events or the person that wants to be part of it, and the small fee for the entrance. And the good thing is that this is not just for the soul of the artist. I mean, I don't know if you have heard about it. All the GCLs had the chance to go to the IBD the other day, and they talked to us about what is the orange economy. And it's all the movement of the economy that is coming behind the creative industries in the world. For example, in 2011, $4.3 trillion were moved in this creative industry. Yes? And it was also a great and incredible source of jobs in Europe. So as you can see, there were 1.2 million jobs in telecommunications, but there were 7 million of jobs for people involved in these industries, ranging from 20 to 30 years old. So this creative industry is employing the new people that is coming up in the market. And just for examples, from 2002 to 2011, the growth of this industry was of 134%. That's a huge amount, even if you consider the transfer that were made in weapons in the same amount of time in the whole world, and there was the war in Afghanistan, you know, was double because the increase in the weapon army was just like the 71%. Creative industries made 134% of growth. That's almost a double of it. So what I want to do is to create this pilot project. It will be spent during 6 months, where we will gain the team, we will make the structure of how to deliver it to the musicians, to the artists that are involved. We will get 50 participants, we will have a launching of 10 projects month by month, and we will have 2 marketing events, 2 networking events, so they can get engaged with real life society and try to create new healthy communities. Our results or goals will be to try to engage these people to be repeating the activity inside ArtSync. And when we foster the projects, we expect that 70% of their venues to be qualified. So if somebody is making a concert, we were going to help you so you can get at least the 70% of the people that could be over there so you can learn a lot of it. And we were going to launch these 10 projects per bootcamp. The good thing is that we have already been in touch with 2 institutions to make this happen. The Fundación Bolívar de Vivienda back there in Colombia is trying to foster skills and knowledge in communities, institutions, and people. They're really interested in formalizing new different kinds of economies in the country, and they want the pursuit of a new and healthy community. That is why we have been spoken, and we're trying to reach out a place or a point where we can work together. And we have some possible partners also that are going to be some people that is already doing things back there. But the thing right now is that we want to make this happen. We're going to look for $44,000. And the Fundación Bolívar Batavia is right now evaluating the possibility of making a 1.5 match of every dollar that is donated by other institutions. So it's not just about the soul of the artist, it's about what the economy can be changed during to this. So I invite you all to get in touch and to remember that you might get sick once or 2 times in your life and you'll need a doctor. You might get in trouble 1 or 2 or 3 times in your life and you're going to need a lawyer, but you're going to need your soul your whole life. You're going to need music your soul life. You're going to need arts your whole life. So I invite you to come and join this. Thank you.